Hey guys, me again. So today I wanted to go over a video on how to get the best quality live stream on YouTube as well as YouTube videos. I watch a lot of live streams to try and get inspiration for my own or even videos on how to get the best possible quality. And especially with live streams on YouTube, I noticed not many people know how to get the higher codec. And I've also seen a lot of people not do it for videos. So if you don't know how to do that, we're going to go over that right now in this video. So I'm going to show you some examples. I'm going to show you an example of a video that I recorded in the best possible quality, 1080p. But when I uploaded it, it looked all pixelated and looked like garbage, and I could never figure out why until I finally figured out how to get a higher codec. So now I fix the entire issue. It's just as simple as getting a higher codec. So I'll show you what I'm talking about, and then I'll show you how much of a difference it can be. And you can do the same thing with live streams, not on Twitch, but on YouTube. You can do the exact same thing for your live streams as long as you have a decent upload speed. My upload internet speed is about 42-ish megabits per second, and my download's 1,000. Not that the download really matters for live streams. But I stream on YouTube at a bitrate of 22,000 on average, in 1440p. So let me show you the examples, and then I'll go into my Streamlabs settings and show you my settings on Streamlabs for streaming and recording. All right, I know you can't see me, but don't worry, I'm here. It's okay. All right, so with this video, I recorded it in really nice quality with the Elgato 4K Capture Utility app. And in my recording software, it didn't look anything like this at all. And I was so frustrated when it went up because I was like, I finally got the video that really looks good. And it was when I was first attempting color correction, grading and stuff. And I was really proud of it. And then it kind of looked like doo-doo when I actually uploaded it. So if we press play, it's not as significant in light, but you can definitely see all this pixelation around here. Oh my God, you can barely even read the names. And this is 1080p. So the thing with this video, let me show you how bad it gets. Look at all that shit. Look at all that shitty oh my God. That is so bad. So with this video, you go to stats for nerds. It's in the codecs AVC1. I don't really, from what I understand, AVC is just more of a generalized, cheaper codec or easier codec for sites to run. I know on Twitch, their live streams are in AVC1, and I actually streamed to Twitch in 1440p once to test and see if they have VP9 in general, and they don't. At least not for me. So now we'll go, let's see, if we go to my Twitch, you can see right here, it's not as bad on Twitch. Twitch, I'm streaming to a 6,000 kilobit bit rate and 1080p 60 FPS, and it's not as bad, but you can definitely see, especially in the webcam area when you're running around, it can get pretty pixelated. I'll grab the bounty. It's not too bad. It's definitely reasonable. I mean, just anyone would probably have about that much pixelation, no matter who they are on there. So if you go to let's see, you go to settings, advanced video stats, AVC1 1920 60 FPS. Yeah, it just happens. It happens on Twitch, and this is kind of why I prefer to stream on YouTube, honestly. If you look, as I'm playing Warzone here, it's a lot more crisp. Now there is always, I feel like you can't 110% always avoid a little pixelation here and there. I feel when you're streaming video, I feel like it's just inevitable. to an extent. I don't know. I haven't tried streaming in 4K as 50,000 kilobit bit rate, but it's definitely significantly better. It's significantly better than Twitch in my opinion. That's why I kind of prefer to stream to YouTube. And then if you also take a look on an actual video, there's no pixelation when you force a VP9 codec. With all this movement, there's none of that pixelation that you see in that original video. There's nothing. The stats for nerds, VP9 codec, 1440p, 60 FPS. And then if you go to my stream, fuck just killed me like that. VP9, 1440p, 60 FPS. Now obviously this is gonna be a little less quality than the actual video, but I mean, you know, that's expected. Now if we go over to my Streamlabs, that's a lot of windows. All right, so we'll go over my settings. My settings of Streamlabs. I didn't change anything under general. Stream right now I'm logged into YouTube. I could do multi-stream if I wanted to, but I don't want to. I don't think I can have multiple different types of bit rates at once, and I'm just not about that life. All right, so right now my output. Hardware NVENC new. I have a 2060 Super graphics card right now. Rate control CBR. I've done a lot. I spent a lot of time and research into the best settings on OBS, and honestly, it really does depend on your computer and internet speed. If you have a really nice computer and really good internet, then max the shit out of those settings. If you don't, then you might have to figure out what are the best settings for like a budget PC or low upload speed internet. Now my friend Squanchy, he has about 12 megabit upload speed on his internet, and his streams look just fine on Twitch. So you don't have to stream to these types of settings on YouTube. If you're totally fine on Twitch the way you are, I wouldn't stress about it. No one's gonna blame you or say your stream's less than anyone else's. You'll be fine. So rate control CBR bitrate will be 22,000. Keyframe interval is 2. I've never seen anyone ever say otherwise. That's always just the best. I will say, so I used to have a GTX 1080. If I ever chose the max quality preset, it looked worse than quality. I just barely started using the max quality ever since I had ever since I got my 2060 Super with the new graphics encoder chip on the graphics card. If you need to, you can try a couple test streams side by side of quality and max quality, profile high, and then look ahead is turned off. I used to have it always turned on, but in multiple different sources, including NVIDIA themselves, they turn it off. Cycle visual tuning selected on. GPU, I believe that's only if you have like 2 graphics cards, you change that to 2. And then just leave max B frames to 2. That's what I use for streaming to YouTube. If I were to stream to Twitch, I would lower my bitrate down to 6,000. Luckily, I have transcoding on my Twitch, and I do stream there sometimes still. I've seen a lot of people say do not use 6,000 bitrate. If you aren't a partner on Twitch or an affiliate, because you won't have transcoding unless you're lucky. I guess I'm lucky. For recording, MP4, hardware NVENC new still, rate control CBR. My bitrate I record at is 45,000. Keyframe interval 2, preset max quality high. Now I have everything checked on here, and I actually have max B frames of 4. From what I understand, max B frames requires a lot of bitrate, which is why streaming wise you only want 2. But when you're recording, if you're using a bitrate like 40,000, 45,000, whatever, you can use up to 4. It's all your choice. I mean, I really don't think there's any difference between 2 and 4 for the most part. You'd have to be really, really nitpicky to really find the differences. For my video, my base canvas is 1080p and my output is 1440p. And that's how I get the VP9 codec on YouTube for videos and for my streams. Now there is a way to get it for videos, at least, maybe not streaming wise, if you aren't able to use an output of 1440. So on my Xbox, I have it set to 4K, so it allows me to output to 1440p on OBS. Now, if you aren't able to do that, if you aren't able to have your output from your system, whatever you're using, be at least 1440, there is a way to do it for videos still, which I'll show you that in just a minute. I have my downscale filter to Lanxos, and then 60 FPS as my frames, and that's my settings on OBS. Now, so if you're I use Adobe, so if you're making a video, if you still want to get VP9 codec, all you have to do is, when you're rendering your video, render it in 1440p, even if it's not a 1440p video. Render it in 1440p, so then when you upload to YouTube, it'll say it's 1440, even if it's really not. It's no big deal, but you'll still get the VP9 codec, and that's what really matters. I still do a lot of my recordings. Well, I do most of my recordings in 1440p, but if I don't want a huge file for what I'm rendering, and I don't want to wait 100 hours for my rendering process, then I'll record in 1080 still and have no problem with that, and then just render it in 1440p, and it'll save a lot of time and space on your computer. So just to recap, so for YouTube, you have to have 1440p, and for your videos to force the VP9 codec. And to get that, you will definitely want to have a decent internet upload speed. If you don't know what your internet upload speed is, just go to speedtest.net. Mine usually hovers around 42. Most people say don't use more than like half of your internet upload speed for your bitrate. With that being said, if I have 42 upload, if I'm using 22 of it for the stream, I don't feel like I'm going to use 20 more megabits of upload for just my console. So if you want to do a little bit more, I don't think it matters. If you have any questions, let me know. I have no problem helping out. If you want to clarify anything, I have no problem clarifying. And yeah, have a good day.